everyone, I am Kate of Kate's Wonders and Babies, and today I'm coming to you with a simple chat and change and maybe even a feed of Miss Luna Bear. I'm going to be talking about how I got into Reborns and why they mean so much to me. The other two girls, they're right here. I don't know if you guys can tell, that's Lily. The other two girls are right here. They've already been changed, but I just decided to do a quick video of Miss Louie here. Well, we'll see how quick it is, because you guys know I like to talk. So let's get right on into it. Oh, well, before I do that, here's what she's going to be wearing. It's just a simple sleeper and a onesie, and I'm going to be changing her diaper. How I got into Reborns. Well, I've been into dolls, period, since a little kid. Me and dolls have always been friends. When I was a lot younger, I had wanted this really cute this doll with green eyes for Christmas, and I remember being so excited when I got her. And I carried her with me everywhere I went, and I was maybe like 3 or 4, and that was probably one of my earliest memories of that doll. But I was just so excited to get her. Then when I got a little bit older, one day I was just at the mall, and there was this store, and it had these babies in like little hospital bassinets. And they were dolls, and I was shocked that they were dolls, and I was like, what? This is the coolest thing ever. And I was like, oh my god, I want one. Like, I was so excited. And they had, like, their mouths were open so they could take a pacifier, like an actual pacifier, not like the fake ones. And they had real hair, because at that time, they just had, like, Cabbage Patch Kids that just have the yarn for hair, and then like plastic dolls, unless you had a porcelain doll, but of course children don't play with porcelain dolls. So I was so excited when I saw that doll. I was like, oh my god, and she looks like me. And I was like, Mom, I'm begging you, please get her for me for my birthday or Christmas or just one of those things, or just because give. I really need her. And I was thinking like of all these ways that I could make money to save up and get her. So, funny story about this one, like little side note. My mom she did get her for me for Christmas, and she had to chase the lady down on like Christmas Eve, and like the lady was closing up shop in order for her to get her for me. Like, she had to chase the lady down at the mall to get her for me. I mean, that's real dedication right there. That's some real love. Thanks, Mom. Come to find out, they are actually Lee Middleton dolls. And I still have her to this day, actually. I named her Samantha Kelly. And I carried her with me everywhere I went. I was just so grateful, because, Lee Middleton dolls, they're about $100. And I was just so grateful for the fact that my mom even, was like, oh yeah, I'll get that for you. Because, I mean, $100 is a lot to a 10-year-old, 12-year-old. And I was like, oh my god, Mom, thank you so much. I was so I think I cried when I got her. I was just so blown away at the fact that my mom actually got her for me and was listening to me when I was in the store. So I got her, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to research this more. So of course, as I was researching them more, I didn't know about the term Reborns at the time. I was just looking up realistic dolls, and then of course I was looking up Lee Middleton dolls. And then I came across this video of this baby, this doll, and it just looked so real. Like, its arms kind of like move back. You could like put a pacifier in its mouth. Like, you could open its mouth and put a pacifier in it. And I was just, and it had like all the body parts. It had like, it was a boy, and it had boy body parts. And I was like, oh my god, this thing looks so real. I need it. Come to find out, it was the video that Julie Malloy did of her Jack. And after that, I was hooked. Then I found out the difference between silicones and Reborns, and of course, when I found out the price, I was like, I'm not gonna let that one go. But of silicones, I was like, oh my god, I am in love. Like, this is an amazing hobby. And so I've been in the Reborn community, but like behind the scenes. I didn't get my first Reborn until around last year, in October. But before then, I had just been, you know, cruising around looking at other people's babies. I was mostly into like just looking at people's videos and looking at the different sculpts, like watching them be like painted, and I was just getting into the hobby for, I guess, those 4 or 3 years when I was like when I first found out about Reborns. And then I've been hooked ever since. Now, to the question of why they mean so much to me. Reborns actually have, well, especially this one right here, she has a humongous, like a very big, significant, special place in my heart, basically. I guess I have to give you a little backstory before I explain to you why she means so much to me. A few years ago, I was a healthy high school student. I played soccer. I was in honor society. I made principal's list. I was in every club possible. I had dreams to become a neonatologist, which is the doctors of the NICU babies. I had like my whole life planned out. I wanted to be a doctor, I wanted to have 2 kids, and I wanted to adopt 2 kids, but I didn't want to adopt babies because there's so many kids that are older and they need homes. And I knew what I was going to be doing with the rest of my life. I was like, you know what, I'm going to go to college. My grades are always at, you know, A's. I'm going to go to college. I'm going to go to Duke University, where my dad works. I'm just, my life is set out for me. This is what I'm going to do. I know I'm going to have bumps in the roads, but I'm going to make it there some way, somehow. And that's what I was working towards. I played soccer for 6 years. I was in the honor society. I did all of that. I rarely made B's. I was in every club possible. I was in Spanish club. I volunteered every chance I got. Like every waking moment, I was doing something to put me into college and get me on the right path. And then my senior year of high school, I went from being active 24/7, rarely having time to rest, straight A's, to I couldn't get out of bed. I was sick every day. Had migraines every day. I couldn't keep food down, but I actually ended up gaining a ton of weight. I went from being super active, go 24/7, having straight A's, to failing classes. I couldn't get out of I couldn't do anything, really. It was hard for me to think. I was in so much pain daily. I had multiple bleeding issues. Like I lost so much blood that I needed like nosebleeds and stuff like that, and I ended up needing in multiple IV transfusions. And I went from, you know, having my life, setting out the way I wanted my life to go, to not even wondering if I was going to make it to the next day because I was feeling so horribly and so exhausted. And of course that sent me on a way to going to multiple doctors, countless tests. I've had 2 colonoscopies before the age of 20. I've had multiple procedures, etc., etc. And in the end, I found out that I have lupus. I actually ended up missing my high school graduation because I just simply couldn't make it that day, and I had a procedure that day as well, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to make it to the ceremonies. And I missed out on a lot of stuff my senior year because I couldn't do anything. And I found out that I have lupus, and of course that shattered all of my dreams in a way. If you don't know what lupus is, it is an autoimmune disease that I'm gonna feed Luna. It's an autoimmune disease that affects any part of your body. I have systemic lupus erythematosus. I think that's how you probably say the last word. I say it wrong every time. But that just means that like when you have a cold or a virus, your body attacks that and you start to feel better. Well, my body is not attacking a cold or a virus, it is attacking itself. Like my internal organs, like my kidneys, my lungs, anything and everything can be affected by lupus. And for me, it's a lot of things. Blood loss, migraines, chest issues. I have so many doctors. I have a gastroenterologist, a hematologist / oncologist. I have so much. I'm on chemo. I'm on a lot of medications. I take up to 20 medications a day just to stay alive. And this, oh, and also there is not a cure for lupus. So I was faced with all of this right after my 18th birthday, and that was also around the same time that I got my very first reborn, which is Luna here. I actually got Luna on the day that I was diagnosed, which was not planned, but I got her the day that I was diagnosed with lupus. I had bought her like the week before, and I knew I was going to a doctor's appointment, but I didn't know that it would be the appointment where I would find out what's officially going on with me. And I found Lynn like the week before, got her paid, and she was on her way to me. And that day I found out, and then I came home, and of course I was devastated, because I mean, when you hear that you have a deadly, can be deadly, disease for the rest of your life, it's core shaking. I mean, I didn't know what I was going to be doing. I had so many plans for my life, and to go from being so go and so, I don't know, like having so many plans and dreams, to hearing that that I have this horrible, terrifying disease, was just, I didn't even know how to process it. But that day I came home and Luna was there. She was waiting for me in her box. And she's gonna make me cry. I picked her up, and she's been with me ever since then. She's been with me to infusion. She's been with me through finding out I had to be on chemo. She's been with me to multiple appointments. I mean, this baby was everything to me when I felt down, or when I was terrified for my future, or anything like that, or just the weight of knowing that I have this disease. I would go to Luna, I would pick her up, and for those moments that I held her, it was like everything was clear. I didn't have to think about anything else. All I did was I felt this baby. I read a book while I held her, or I watched TV and did something else that I enjoyed while I was with her. Picked up crocheting, and I felt at peace when I was with Luna. I didn't have to think about everything that was affecting me and that was weighing down on me. And that's why I love Reborns so much, or why they mean so much to me. They are my calm place. They are a hobby that I love that I get to cherish. And these babies, they never grow old. You know, you can dress them 1,000 times a day and they don't cry. You know, you don't have to change their diaper, and you still get that sense of loving and enjoyment and fulfillment when you hold one of these babies. And I think that's why there's so many of us in this community, because, you know, everyone has their own story, and this is mine. And Reborns, they just provide so much. Not only are they beautiful to look at, but they're also fantastic to hold and snuggle up with, and they're great for emotional support. And I just love Reborns. I love everything about them. I love the way they make me feel. I love to look at them. They are just amazing, and I'm very thankful for those that, you know, paint and that, you know, sculpt these beautiful babies. And I'm thankful that I'm able to have them, because not very many people can afford them. And I'm just very thankful for the community in general, because there are so many amazing people in here. And I mean, yes, you do get a couple scammers, you know, but we usually, you know, hold each other together. And I'm sorry that I'm saying you know a lot. But we hold each other up when something happens to another. And I just love the fact that we get to be a community here, and that we don't judge each other for certain things. And this community is just great, and I just love this hobby. It's a fantastic hobby. So that's really all that I can say, is that I love Reborns. They make me happy, and of course I know that they aren't real, but they do, and I enjoy them oh so very much. But yes, that is it for today. Went a little deep there, kind of went off. Didn't expect to go that deep, but here's Louie. And we're gonna burp her for a bit. Ooh, and her crazy hair, Lord have mercy. Yeah, I kind of call her my Lupus baby sometimes, just because she was there for me in my time of need, and she means the world to me. She's definitely I don't want to say a safety net, because no one is catching me or anything. She's a good security blanket, that's what I was trying to say. She has a great security blanket. And I mean, look at that face. You wouldn't want to kiss that face. And I think that's why so many of us are in this community, because we always want to love and to feel loved. And sometimes these babies can, I don't want to say fulfill. Well, sometimes they can fulfill something like a piece that's missing, or they can, you know, just be basically fun, you know. And they just, for everyone involved, I know everyone has a story, and that Reborns are more than just dolls, more than just the art, more than just the art that goes into them. There's a lot that goes into them, and there's a lot that they give out. So yeah, this is my Louie, and she has burped, and let me not give her a wobble head. Sorry about that. I'll show you the other two before we go off. There's Lily and Eliana, just so you guys can see them before I turn off. If you'd like to learn more about Lupus, or you'd like to hear more about my experience with Reborns, or how to buy a Reborn, how to buy your first Reborn, please do comment down below and let me know what you guys would like to see next. Just comment anything you want. And I'll try my best to do that, or at least try to do something like that. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day or night, or whenever you are watching this. The babies love you all aunties and uncles. Mwah. Bye. I don't know what the other girls say. Bye. Bye. I guess Ellie doesn't want to talk today. Bye, guys.